What's up, guys? Random video. We're gonna go buy a $300 sled and take Amber out on a date, so she's not super mad at me for buying a $300 sled. But yeah, check this thing out. It's like 15 minutes from the house. He says 300 OBO. I'll probably pay him the full price. Show you the description, but he's got his phone number in it, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, not a bad deal, I don't think, for a somewhat decent looking 99. Alright guys, we got the sled. It's actually, I'll just show you guys. Would you look at this thing? This sled is so nice. It needs a seat cover. It's not perfect, but this is a really, really nice sled, especially for the money. It has almost 5,000 miles on it, and there's no motor in it. But it'll clean up super, super nice. This is one of the cleaner sleds I've bought. I mean,
I just cleaned it up some.
not underneath the hood. She cleaned the seat and stuff, which I think has paint on it. They stitched that. She cleaned the hood, seat, all this stuff. Came out really nice, but the motor had issues. So, I don't know. Anyways, we'll get to that. But things like this pipe, this is one of the nicest stock pipes I've ever seen. You know, besides a brand new sled, obviously. But it's not super rusted up. This looks nice. It turns super easy.
I love the stock handlebars.
She likes the stock handlebars.
Yes.
They,
so much nicer.
yeah. I mean, it's got like paint all over it. So, it's got a Skidoo seat cover.
Looks like
Or not seat cover, Skidoo snow flap. That's going to get changed. The stuff on the tunnel, that won't be too hard to get off. It's going to get a seat cover, so I'm not worried about that.
It's a nice little sew job.
Yeah. Did a custom. I'm pretty sure that was hand stitched. Yeah, but the shocks were just rebuilt, supposedly. I believe him. He was pretty honest about it. Already has a studded track. It does not have a position sensitive shock. Those are garbage. Throw them away. They put a Fox reservoir shock from a 440 on this thing. He said the rear shock was a little soft though. So I'm still gonna have to go through. I can see the seals were leaking on it. But yeah. The motor to this sled, man, it is just super.
It's really clean.
It is.
Armor all helped though too.
It did,
like,
but
it makes the black all pop again and shit.
like I've had a bunch of Gen 2s. I don't think they've ever seen me have a Gen 2 on YouTube.
I still like the wedge better.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I owned probably 15 Gen 2s over the years. This is all pre-YouTube. I mean, I've probably owned close to 100 sleds by now, but this thing is freaking nice.
I just like the handlebars, man.
Honestly, I think this is going to end up being the sled she rides. So
what? The what?
The sled you ride?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But
it's a 600.
It's 600.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been riding all bigger.
Oh.
I like the. No.
Oh. Whatever. So here's the motor. The cylinders look mint. Super, super nice all the way around. Everything's nice. Everything's clean. The issue, it got water in the motor somehow, and it rusted up the crank bearings. Like this rod, that's about all the movement you get. That bearing don't move. That bearing don't move. That bearing, oh, almost moves. That bearing almost moves. Oh, that one does. And, okay, so the mag ones move, and so does this. Huh. Well, I suppose that would make sense. Most of the rust is on the PTO side of the cases. Anyways, the bearings are hosed. I mean, just totally everything. It's just really bad. There's no ifs, ands, or buts to it. Now, the really sad thing is that rebuilt crank I had would have dropped right into these cases, except for me at like 3 in the morning pulled this ring off the bearing because it needed to be on the PTO side. So I planned on pulling this bearing and then putting another bearing with the locator ring here. I just never did it. But now this is gone off it, so I can't even put that crank in this motor.
The one that Richie rebuilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that crank was done right for a newer motor, but wrong for my motors.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that crank was set up like this one for a newer motor. That ring on the bearing was just in the place where this one is, where on my motors, it's over on the clutch side. So it was just put together in the wrong order.
So it still doesn't work for this sled?
It would have.
Oh,
But me at my 3 a.m. stupor took that ring off the bearing, and now it's fucked.
Oh.
Unless I could somehow miraculously take this one off.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the camera away because I got to try something. Bugger! Vroom. Zoom.
Hi. Hey,
Little
come over
speed
here.
demon.
Come over here. Oh, okay.
Oh, I bought a torch set. It was like a $400 Facebook find. I think super nice. Okay, anyways, put the camera down. I gotta try something real quick. Either I'm gonna fuck this up or it might turn out really good. We'll see what happens. Here's the 600 crank. As you'll see, I mean, nothing moves on it. I pulled the locator ring off, and in the art of video editing, it is now on this new crank that I had rebuilt. It's got hot rods, bearings, whatever. Yeah, so boom, we got a crank to put this 600 back together. I originally was kind of planning on sliding the 700 in it, but it'd be kind of cool to have a 600 non-vest. This will be more original then, and we can compare the 600 compared to 7 and 800s. I think this will be really cool. So I think that's the plan we're gonna go with. Hell yeah. We just gotta clean up these cases, make them real pretty, make them nice, and put a little bit of case sealant in there. Super fine, thin layer. If you guys have watched my videos building motors for these sleds, you'll see what I do. It's just a little bit. It goes a long way on these. So yeah, we're killing it. And this guy was super cool, older gentleman. This thing came with all the paperwork from when it was new. I'll pull that out here in a second and show you guys. But he went through, he bagged and labeled everything he took off of this sled, which makes my life oh so much easier. Even though I can identify almost all these bolts where they would go, it's nice. The quantity's there. They're individually bagged. I know I need something. I just grab the bag. No searching, no looking, no nothing. So yeah, that is freaking awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this paperwork, show you guys that. Somebody got a little creative here. 600 XC. Woo! All right, I have not dug through this. I don't know what all's here, but we're about to see. Whoa. So, didn't you own in the past? That's awesome. This is super cool. I've never seen one of these. It's from 1998. Huh. That's crazy. A lot of the stuff was like previous registrations, and I'm trying not to show you guys any of that. Look at that. This is bought at Alaska Power Sports. Post copy, temporary registration, yada, 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 yada. Thanks for choosing Alaska Power Sports. That's really cool. Okay, get rid of all that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I don't care who you are. That's cool. The 500 XCs were black. The xcsp was red. So, man, that's awesome. Let's look at this. I'm just curious now. So, oh, maybe not. Maybe they're all black. Wonder why this one. Oh, that's 500. I'm an idiot. Okay, 500 was black. 600 was red. Whether it was the XC or XCSP, this one was brand new. 700s came in white and black, depending if it was XC or XCSP. Man, that's super cool. Look at that. You got the XCRs. Oh, this came with all sorts of paperwork. Check this out. And I think, what do we got here? Universal Snow Owner Safety and Maintenance Manual. This shit looks brand new. What we got here?
That's cool. Oh, I got 700.
All right. I'm trying not to show any names, but this sled sold for $5,800, brand new. Well, it is Sunday, and the Polaris dealership is closed Sunday and Monday, so I'm kind of at a standstill because I'm 100% sure I want to put the 600 motor back together. Where I'm going to put a 700 in it, even though Amber disagrees. She wants more power, but I think it would be really cool to have 6, 7, and 800s. Stock, modified.
No, that would be cool.
And I've never had a 600 non-vest motor before. The only 600s I ever had were small blocks. They're all Pro X's or Edges. Or, I guess, the newer C5 motors too. But regardless, they're all small blocks. I've never had a big block 600, which does make less power, but I got everything to do it. But we're going to clean all this up. New crank seals, new gaskets throughout. I was really debating if I'd want to do top end or just slap this stuff back in. It's already tore apart though, so I think it'd be kind of silly to put these back in. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Look, are these stock reeds? Yeah, stock reeds. Stock. What do you think?
Stop.
What do you think about the sled?
I like it.
You like it?
The handlebars, and it just turns really good.
Yeah, we gotta get you a windshield though so you don't freeze. But it's either gotta be
One that-
super tall or a short one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's so short that you put like a mid-height windshield on it, like what was on it. That was pretty beat up. It's gotta get thrown away. It puts the rubber trim edge right in her line of sight. So, yeah, we gotta figure something out there. But this thing is freaking sweet. Hell yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.